I now request our chief guest, Mrs. Nivedita Rajan, to address the gathering on this wonderful occasion.
Mrs. Archana, Director, Jain Heritage School, all the teachers and staff, and parents, grandparents, all the young toddlers, siblings who are here. Thank you so much for inviting me for this program. Oh, I'm just blown away. I came here to say so many things, but I think I don't have anything to say. I think the school has done a tremendous job. The teachers, hats off to you all. I saw each one of you not only making your wards do the workouts, but you yourselves really, doing each and every activity and making them follow everything that you wanted them to do. It's an amazing effort. The props, all the accessories that were used by the children, I think it's some brilliant effort that's gone in. And this is not very easy. I know how it is to conduct a sports day of this magnitude. I teach at Mount Carmel College, and about 2 weeks back, we had the sports day. And believe me, we did not have much participation. Once the children graduate from the school, it's very difficult to get them to come onto the field to do any kind of activity, whether it's a march past or it's a drill. So this is really a boon to watch. When Archana called me and asked me to, be a part of this event, I was so happy. I just wanted to be here for two reasons. One being, I wanted to relive the experience I felt when my children were small. Now they're all grown up, so I really relived the experience. Thank you, Archana. Thank you all the teachers, okay, the toddlers doing. And the second thing, which is also very important, is I'm not at the receiving end, I'm at the giving end. So like you young parents who are here, many years ago, I was here seeing my children do all the activities and cherish each and everything that they did. But right now I'm at the giving end. Through the years and the experience, and also being a psychologist, I have a few suggestions to parents and a few things that I would like to share. Firstly, I think you people are at the right place. You have put your children in the right school. The amazing early years and the fundamental years that the school is concentrating on, I don't think any other school in Bangalore is really putting in this much of effort. We see a lot of sports activities starting from first grade onwards, but I have not seen activity at this age level, 3.5 to 4.5 years. So the early year program, what your children are being exposed to, will soon lead the way to organized sport, and that's where your challenges will set in, because your expectation of your child will increase. Your involvement and your effort to take your child to the next level will be, you will see a huge jump in it. And like Archana said, nothing happens in a day. Rome was not built in a day. So the same way, if your children are to be nurtured as good sports people, it's going to take you at least 10 to 12 years. My younger daughter is an international level tennis player, started at the age of 4 years, holding a small tiny bat, and now at 18, she's playing at the international level, but the competition is so stiff, the struggles are so hard, the sacrifices are humongous, and she's still working hard to reach the top. So many a time I have parents come to me at the age of 5 or 6 and ask me, I want my child to be a champion, and this is going to take you years and years of hard work, years and years of effort, and sports is an investment which you do for life, but you will not see the results till it's about 10 to 12 good years of sporting career. And you can make your child a champion if you follow guidelines for yourself. Some of the common flaws that as parents we do is we equate our child with winning. If they don't win, you feel that they're no good at it, or you feel the coach hasn't done his work. or you feel that, my child is not cut out for this sport. So losing is a part of winning. You need to lose in order to win. It's not always possible for sports people to win. You have to lose. And at the recent Asian Games, I forget the name, there was a young boy, 15-year-old, who won the rifle, I think silver medalist. And I read his interview, and he said that he had never won any competition at school level, at college level, at state level. But every time he lost, he went back, never worried about whether he lost. He started training again to win. And all his perseverance at the age of 16 or 17 has helped him to win the Asian Games silver medal. So losing is a way to success. So don't think that your child only has to win. That's when you see the progress. And the other common problem or other common error that we make is we try to live our dream through our child. So as Archana has already explained and put forth to you, sports is a way of life. It's beneficial in so many ways. I think ma'am also has listed all the benefits that as sports people, we have in life. Don't live your dream through your child. That's the last thing we can do, because most parents feel we didn't do it, so we want the child to do it. We have encountered many instances as psychologists where children out of force pursue the sport up to the age of 11 or 12, and after that they just don't want to pursue the sport anymore because the parents are so pushy about achievement, so pushy about them playing the sport. So the first and foremost aspect we have to take care when we want to put our child to pursue an organized sport is whether they love it. Is it fun? Whether they love it. If your child wants to go to a tennis practice, a basketball practice, a swimming practice, a soccer practice, whatever sport they are in, every single day, that means they love it. If they don't want to do it, and at some point of time feel the pressure and they don't want to pursue, you should be free in your mind to let go of it. So that is from a psychologist's point of view and from a parent's point of view, this is one area where you have to focus upon what the requirement of your child is, not is what your requirement is. You're getting your child into sports early, so it's a wonderful opportunity for them and for you to explore what are the avenues that are available. I know many of you are working parents. It's very difficult for you to take off. But if you want to see your child progress from a school level to an international level or to a state level, Archana I was chatting with her and she was telling me that they give input to the parents when the school has saturated in its ability to help them further. They suggest to parents to look forward for other training facilities, to go under expert trainers and coaches. So at this point of time, that's where you step in and you need to make time to take your child for the practice or facilitate the practice. The other thing that I commonly see is parents feel that they pay the money to the coaches and it's the coach's duty to nurture them. Please take off time to go and see how your child is performing, what is she doing, is she liking the sport at all, interact with your coach. So that's very, very important. Institution like Jain, I would like to congratulate Mr. Chenraj Jain, and Jain Group of Institution is one of the only kind of institution that provides sports people the opportunity to pursue their sports as well as study. I have many students who come to me and tell me that studying in different colleges, saying that teachers tell them, why have you come to the class? You don't have attendance. How will you take the exam? I don't think you'll be in a position to take the exam. And that lacuna has been taken care by the Jain Group of Institution. And I have been associated, my husband and me have been associated with Jain Institution from a long time, and with Miss Archana, who's a great friend of ours. And Jain Group is going out of bounds to help sports people pursue their sports as well as their academics. I don't think many of you are aware, the Jain University has got all the leading sports athletes, sports person in their colleges. They are giving them unlimited support in terms of attendance, in terms of guidance, special classes, and I think the same is being done here too, Archana. Yeah, that's what it is. So the other aspect Archana also touched upon is how we can keep our kids away from the media, the mobile phones. How many of you, I think all of you will be knowing about PV Sindhu, the badminton player who won the silver medal in the Olympics and who won the silver medal now in the Asian Games. Her father, PV Ramana, a celebrated volleyball player who represented India. So there was an article with Gopi Chand, her coach, and he said about 6 months to 8 months before the Olympics, he made sure that PV Sindhu, Kashyap and the whole group of people who are participating in the Olympics did not have their mobile phones with them. They were given only at stipulated periods of time, say maybe some 1 hour in the evening or half an hour in the evening. He sat with them when they ate their meals to make sure that they did not eat anything that was unnecessary in terms of pastries and cakes, and made sure that their diet was followed. So that is the extent of austerity measures. Coaches, though it's an old school of thought, we have to use those austerity measures with our children. So with your children being in formative years, please reduce the use of media, phones, iPads and things like that. So that way you will be bringing a focus in your child. When your child moves on to organized sport and starts showing an interest for a particular sport, goal setting is very important. Nowadays, goal setting is one of the psychological tools that are being used all over the world. Just like you're setting an academic goal for your child, that he has to be a doctor or an engineer or a chartered accountant, he's going to, after school, he's going to this college, after that he's going to take this competitive exam. The same way, you need to have a goal setting program for your child if they show an inclination and if they show a special ability for the sport. And the goal setting begins now at 6 to 7 years. You have to do it with you as parents, in conjunct with your sports coach, with the principal and with the coaching staff, so that you carve a particular career path for them in sports. So today sports is changing its image in the corporate world. I read an article some years ago where they said that in a recruitment drive, some people in their biodata, in their resume, had mentioned that they played a sports event, they were in team events, and immediately the recruiting staff chose those people who are in sports over the people who are not in sports. The reason being in sports gives you one edge or an advantage over everybody else. Firstly, you have discipline. Second, you know how to get along with people. You know how to project yourself. You know how to have friends. You know how to basically survive in this difficult world. So believe me, even in the corporate world, people who pursue sports are preferred over people who are non-sporting. So I don't want to take much of your time. I know that you all have been waiting from a long time. I would like to say that you parents, current generation parents, are very fortunate to be in this part of this era. You have information to so much on the internet. This information and the knowledge that is available can be imbibed by you, can be shared with your children, and with the school like Jain Heritage, which is doing sports from early years to this magnitude, I think I can only say that you have put your children in the right place, and you don't have to worry much about exposing your children to sport. You have to worry only about taking it to the next level once you get a green signal from the coaches and from the staff. So I wish all the best to each and one of your children, and I'm sure Jain Heritage is going to produce more and more state and international players. I thank you, Archana, once again. I really enjoyed being here. Thank you, parents, and thank you, staff.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your experiences and encouraging these young children to inculcate sports in their everyday life. We will now have the prize distribution for the Father's Day and Mother's Day events, which was conducted during the month of June and July. I request Ms. Daniela to kindly announce the name of the prize winners. I request the sports coaches, Mr. Nagaraj and Mr. Mohan, to assist the parents.
A very good morning to our chief guest and director ma'am, and greetings to your parents. Are you happy this morning? Can we make some noise? Are you happy? Talented children belong to talented parents. So on that note, I leave you with a thought. If I have given my all and still do not win, I haven't lost. Others might remember winning or losing. I remember the journey, the experience. On that note, 3 cheers to all the participants of Mother's and Father's Day. Can you give yourself a big clap? And hearty congratulations to all the winners. Before I start, I'd like to invite our chief guest, Ms. Nivedita, and our director ma'am to kindly come forward to do the honors. We start with the literary event for mothers. Singing event. Second place goes to Ms. Manasa A. Kindly proceed to the dais. Of Varish Basic Fundamentals AC. Congratulations, ma'am. Fourth position, Ms. Sumita Anand, parent of Alhar Basic Fundamentals. Congratulations, ma'am. Coming to the dance event, we have beautiful dancers, they display such great talent on Mother's Day. From Basic Aditi, first position goes to Ms. Kritika S. Congratulations, ma'am. Parents, can we be little liberal with the clap? They really deserve it. They prepared and performed so well. The silver flag by Ms. Sankrati Navi and Ms. Ashwara Haridas, second. The competition was so good, both have bagged the second prize. Parent of Suja, Basic Fundamentals AC, and parent of Aryan, Basic Fundamentals Lotus. Congratulations to the winners. Fourth place goes to Ms. Dipti Srinivasan, literary event, mother of Mili, Basic Fundamentals Lotus. Ms. Dipti Srinivasan. Well done to all the winners of the literary events. Congratulations to all of you. Sports teaches you character, it teaches you to play by the rules, it teaches you to know what it feels like to win and lose. Ms. Sheetal, parent of Nishan, Basic Fundamentals Delhi, she also bags the second place. Congratulations, ma'am. And Ms. Saida Nadri bags the third place for the bronze, parent of Aram, Basic Fundamentals Rose. Mayan, parent of Sandra, basic fundamentals rose. To table tennis, we have in the second place, parent of Hardik Vikas, Miss Yashoda, Miss Prema, Miss Anupama, and Miss Mamta to please come forward to the dais. They are the winners of the throw ball event. They were as Team Rocky, Vinusha Srinivasan, parent of Vanshika, basic fundamentals, first place.